This is Palace of Forest. I'm Old June. Today we are talking about Great Wall. It is a defense or shackles. In the previous episode, we talked about Russia. Have you ever wondered why it took until the 16th century for Russia to move toward Siberia, which was widely open for exploitation? Did the ancient Chinese miss the golden opportunity? After much pondering, this is no perfect explanation. Finally, the Great Wall comes to the mind. Could it be the culprit? The ancient structure, built by Chinese ancestors, is the only man-made object visible from the outer space. While the pyramid seems gigantic, they are insignificant from space. The Great Wall was listed as a World Heritage Site in December 1987. Also known as the Great Wall, it was a defensive structure in ancient China aimed at repelling enemy incursions. It wasn't just a standstone wall, but a complex defense system comprising walls, trenches, watchtowers, fortresses, and more. Construction began as early as BC 770 during the Zhou dynasty. The winding wall spanned over 20,000 kilometers, crossing 15 provinces, municipalities, and autonomous regions. The 10 famous passes including Sanhaiguan, Jiayuguan, Yumenguan, Juyongguan, and others. Its construction started as early as spring and autumn period, 春秋时代, continued through war states, means 战国时代, period, and even after the unifications by Qin dynasty, there is the story of Mengjiang weeping for the Great Wall because her husband died building the Great Wall. During the Han Dynasty, there were threats from Xiongnu. Emperor Han Wudi employed Wei Qin and Huo Jibin, the big generals, to counter Xiongnu. Su Wu herded the sheep near Lake Baikal, so this vast land was left barren, vacant. Following the Xiongnu, there were Turks, and after the East and West Turks were defeated by Tang Dynasty, the land remained vacant again. After Gao Xianzhi defeated in the Battle of Taras, the Tang Dynasty withdrew from Central Asia, even losing control of the Hexi corridor. During the Song Dynasty, Liao, Jin, Xixia, and the Mongols coexisted in China. During the Ming Dynasty, there were conflicts with the Mongols. Despite early victories by the Ming's first 3 emperors, Ming Yinzong mismanagement led to the Tumubao crisis, resulting in his capture and weakening the whole Ming Dynasty. Later, during the Ming Dynasty, the reconstruction of the Great Wall, from then on, China remained confined within the Great Wall, losing its expansion tendencies. We never saw territorial expansion in Ming Dynasty until early Qin Dynasty. Meanwhile, the Russians crossing the Ural Mountains and reached Far East without resistance, claiming vast territories, and they become huge land power, holding the world's largest natural resources reserves, making everyone envious. And China was locked behind the Great Wall, losing the only chance. Later, during the Qin Dynasty, the Northeast Territory and Xinjiang were acquired, along with Tibet, through the effort of the first 3 Qin emperors. Otherwise, China's territory wouldn't have expanded so significantly. The Great Wall is the blessing or curse. Now, observing the wall-building movement in Texas by the United States, primarily aimed at preventing illegal immigration, one should establish a buffer zone inside Mexico's territory. The southern border states, California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, are affected by the illegal immigrants. So if there is a 200 miles buffer zone in Mexico, it will stop the illegal immigrants to enter close to the U.S. border. Drones can be used to detect in the buffer zone. There's an interesting example. The U.S. Border and the Customs offices is in Vancouver, BC airport. Well, if you are flying heading U.S. destination, you have to clear customs in Vancouver, BC airport, and that's Canada. So everything is negotiable. Since Mexico seems unable to stop illegal crossing into the United States, judicial authority should be extended into Mexican territory. Building walls seems more like putting on shackles than defense. These are just a reflection prompted by the Great Wall. We stop here. How do you like it? We'll see you next time.